Hey guys, today I have finally my Teddy Bees haul. It got here actually pretty early this morning at like 11 a.m., but it didn't get here the first week. Like a lot of people got theirs their first week. It got here during the second week, but I finally have it. I have two huge boxes for this Teddy Bees haul that we will go through. So I haven't sniffed anything yet except for like my repurchases, obviously. So I have cut open the first box. You can kind of see it here and it's in front of me. I'll pick things out and sniff them as we go and show them to you. And then once we're done with this box, I'll cut open the second box and we'll go through it. So I think this first box here looks like it is soufflés predominantly. So let's go through them. Surfside Sweet Shop, and it is birthday cake, marshmallow cream, butter cookies, cake batter, and beach treats. This one is probably like one of her top sellers of all time. It's just hugely popular as far as Teddy Bees goes, and it's for such a good reason. It is one of my all-time favorites from Teddy Bees, and I'm even personally kind of over Beach Nights blends, but I still love this one so much. I have a whole loaf of it and another souffle of it, and I still felt the need to get one more souffle because I just love this so much. It's so tried and true. Just this amazing vanilla bakery with that really great Beach Nights Tiffany has, and it throws really strong for me. It always has, so I really appreciate that. Next is Christmas cookies, and this one is an assortment of baked cookies, powdered sugar, buttercream, pine, and warm spices. And to me, this one is very similar to Christmas Trees and Cream. If you like Christmas Trees and Cream, I didn't pick it up in this pre-order because I just have a whole tub of it and a whole tub of Lavender Trees and Cream still, so I didn't need more. But I do have one souffle of Christmas cookies already, but this one's pretty similar to Christmas Trees and Cream if you like that, but it has a little bit more spices, and it's a little more like cookie instead of just buttercream and tree, which Christmas Trees and Cream. But yeah, it's very similar. If you like that, you'll definitely like this, and it's super good for winter and the Christmas season. Vanilla pumpkin and cashmere. This is vanilla pumpkin, marshmallow fluff, cashmere cream, and vanilla birch. Really interestingly, this one right here actually smells stronger to me on cold than my one I have from 2 years ago right now does. This one definitely smells stronger, so that gives me hope for some good throw. I actually haven't melted my other one, but I have it cut up in my basket right now. But you're definitely getting the cashmere and birch in here, very strong right now. Do get a little bit of vanilla pumpkin. I think the cashmere and birch together makes this a really cozy, nice blend. But ultimately, I got this blend, vanilla pumpkin and cashmere, and then the cashmere plus apples. I've been trying to get Tiffany to make these added, but plus Earl Grey added to them. Forever. I always put it on the suggestions posts. So since she offered I Heart Earl Grey this time, I got these souffles and souffles of I Heart Earl Grey to mix together to finally fulfill my dream of having vanilla pumpkin cashmere and Earl Grey and cashmere and apples and Earl Grey. So I'm looking forward to that. Country Christmas, also a repurchase for me. This one's balsam fir, butter cookies, sweet spruce with a hint of cinnamon and clove. And I love this one. This used to be like my favorite like cookie Christmas scent from Teddy Bees because this one does have cinnamon and clove pretty predominantly. You get a lot of that spice in there with the balsam and cookies. And I like how spiced it is. It's really festive to me, having a lot of that spice in there. But lately I've been really into Santa Claus is Coming to Town also, which I might have in here. I honestly don't remember, which is more traditional peppermint cookie and tree. but I've always loved Country Christmas as my favorite before this year where I really got into Santa Claus is Coming to Town, because of all that spice with cookie and tree. It just makes it really festive and like old school Christmas to me. Oh, well, not like the blend old school Christmas, but like literally more of a vintage feeling Christmas with the spices. Here is cashmere and apples. It's white cashmere woods, beach treats, notes of apples, and damp woods. That's the other one I was talking about that I'm going to mix with the I Heart Vanilla Earl Grey. I just finished off a souffle of this from 2023 just a couple weeks ago. It did medium in my open concept. You could definitely smell it, just not like banging, you know. The apple in here is really subdued. It's not like a Mac apple that's taking over everything. Definitely not like that. It's really beautifully placed in here, and you definitely do get like this damp woods feel. Definitely reminds me of like wet wood or outdoors with just this really pretty apple, kind of smoothed out by the cashmere. It's a very, very unique, pretty apple scent. Here are my two souffles of I Heart Vanilla Earl Grey. I also have a tub, but these are in the souffle box. And it's obviously I Heart Vanilla, which is creamy vanilla marshmallow, vanilla milkshake, and marshmallow clouds blended with Earl Grey tea. Now I'm getting the Earl Grey tea in here, which is gorgeous, but the I Heart Vanilla blend has always been kind of a body care based vanilla. And so mixing with the Earl Grey tea here is really making this feel like a body care leaning vanilla Earl Grey tea scent. Definitely like body care-esque, but I think it'll be really pretty as a blender. I got these to blend with things to make them gorgeous Earl Grey tea scents. It'll be like a body care, beautiful Earl Grey with anything it's mixed with. I might try melting it alone at some point, but I really got these to be blenders. And I got two Witches Be Crazy for apple spice. I love Witches Be Crazy. If you guys have smelled it, if not, it's a very dense, thick bakery. It's birthday cake, pecan waffles, sugar cookie dough, a pinch of cinnamon spiced vanilla. Very beautiful, rich, spiced bakery. And in this case, with apple spice, it's blended with crisp apples, brown sugar, cinnamon, and a butter crush background. On cold, I'm definitely getting just this rich, spiced, thick, beautiful apple bakery. Like, I think this is gonna be a better apple bakery than like just apple pie or other apple cookies. Like, this is basically the ultimate rich, thick apple bakery. So I was excited about that. Laid on the Beach plus Rose, a beautiful pink color. And it's the most authentic rose scent, soft, damp petals, the stem, thorns, all blended with marshmallow clouds and beach treats. Wow, you guys, I just sniffed this like right here. I probably cut it out of the video, but I just sniffed this for the longest time. I have never smelled anything like this before, like period. Like, I've never smelled anything like this before. That's kind of insane. Honestly, I did not realize that you could get the scent that this is right now in wax. Did not know that was possible. This is simultaneously the weirdest thing I've ever smelled in my life, but like in a good way. Not bad, in a good way. It's just so strange. I'm not getting a whole lot of marshmallow clouds or beach treats from this right now. I'm really getting this authentic rose scent. I think on warm, maybe it's, or the marshmallow clouds and beach treats are making this just a little lighter and prettier. It might be more intense if it was on its own, which I prefer because I was scared of the rose note, but this is really unique. This is not the rose I thought it was going to be at all. I thought it was going to smell like when you sniff an open flowered rose and you get that floral rose scent. That's what I thought this was gonna smell like. It does not smell like that. This smells like when you have like a single rose, you have the vine, the leaves, and the rose is still in a really tight bud up top, like a very tight bud, and that whole thing is wet. I'm getting like the wet vine, the wet leaves, and like the bud is really tight and it's just wet. Like the wet rose plant is what I'm getting. I don't get any of that rose floral scent or perfumey scent at all. It's just so strange to me, like in a good way. I'm honestly just shocked. I'm shocked. I think I've just never even thought about that scent before. Like I can tell what it is, so I've obviously smelled it before. Like I've smelled wet flowers, like a wet bouquet when I get it before. I've smelled that before, so I know what it is, but I've never even like paused to think about that scent before. Smelling this like made me think, oh yeah, like that wet, tight budded rose does have a scent. I've never paused to think about that scent before. So that's really interesting. Wow. Yeah, that's insanely interesting. I wonder how she found that rose oil. I've never thought about that scent before, and I didn't know it could be recreated, but wow, that is one of a kind. That's for sure. Next up is Angel, another fabulous pink. It's beach treats, soft vanilla, amber woods, tonka bean, bouncy marshmallows, caramel woods, sandalwood, and a light note of pear. I just got a souffle just because, as I was mentioning, I'm kind of over beach nights because I burned myself out on it. So I was just trying to like get souffles of the ones I could. But I was wondering when I saw the notes of this, if this is a 7 Virtues Vanilla Woods perfume dupe, because 7 Virtues Vanilla Woods perfume is a warm woods with a light note of pear in it. Seems pretty similar. I'm still not exactly sure, but if you guys know 7 Virtues Vanilla Woods and smell this, let me know. Do you think that is the perfume dupe in this? Because I'm kind of thinking it is. And then with beach treats, either way, it's a beautiful light vanilla perfume scent. Beautiful vanilla perfume. Beach treats in there a little bit, not too much. I think this would be really like guest friendly, very beautiful, just light, airy vanilla perfume scent. Definitely year round, definitely spring, summer, like appropriate. This is Christmas. I just got a souffle because I only ever melt Christmas scents during Christmas time, the month of December. So I always end up way too overloaded on them when I only melt them during that time. So it's like I just need a souffle, but I do love a good Christmas scent. This one's pine needles, spruce, balsam, apple cinnamon, cozy fireside, warm tonka, and melted marshmallows. This definitely is a Christmas scent. It reminds me also like a vintage type Christmas, you know, old back in the day Christmas scent. Anytime I smell Christmas scents that have fruits in them, it really reminds me of that old school Christmas. This one definitely has that Christmas tree scent in it from the pine, the spruce, the balsam mix. You're getting this Christmas tree feel, and then you're definitely getting apple cinnamon in here. The apple cinnamon is really predominant with this Christmas tree scent, really making this just festive, nice, like back in the day type Christmas scent. This one is Syrax, which is from the last pre-order, but plus smoked evergreens. And it's Syrax, which is smoked dark cherries, plums, peppercorns, white woods, crackling birchwood, candied chestnuts, and a hint of chimney smoke, but blended with the smoky evergreens, which are spruce, crackling fire, and evergreen woods. I do prefer this blend version actually better. I thought they would be too close to the same, which is why I only got a souffle of this, because I already have a souffle of Syrax. If you guys have watched, like from my playlist, Battle of the Femme Fatales Teddy Bees video, I covered Syrax in that video, and it is a predominantly like cherry, plum, peppercorn scent. One of those deep pitted fruit scents that I have just so many of, so I didn't need that much more. But this actually changes it a good amount. This is way smokier, so you're definitely gonna have to like smoky to like this blend. It really chalks in the smokiness in here by adding that crackling fire note, and I'm getting a lot more spruce and evergreen. To me, this is more multi-dimensional now, way smokier, way more tree centric, with just like those cherries and plums are really buried now in the scent a lot more. Now they're in there, but way in the background. Definitely the smoky, woody with like these pitted fruits in the background now. And Creep Show, this is a repurchase for me, also really popular. Became really popular once like Stephanie Melton talked about it, because it's like her favorite scent, but it's always been a popular blend, but she like skyrocketed it in popularity. It's pumpkin sugar donuts, fireside marshmallows, sugar cookies, creamy cheesecake, graham crackers, marshmallow cream, and a hint of sweet spice. And you will love this if you love a thick, rich fall bakery. That's what it is, a thick, rich fall bakery, kind of in the family of like Holiday and Halloween Town. What's the other one? You know, the other one that smells like pumpkin pie next to the fire. If I knew, but my brain's having a fart. This one, you really get pumpkin sugar donuts in with like the cheesecake, graham crackers, and a little bit of smokiness almost somewhere in there. Oh, from the fireside marshmallow. To me, it smells like a cheesecake with pumpkin spice, or like pumpkin, honestly, is what it smells like. And it's really good. Here we got Santa Claus is Coming to Town. This one, Country Christmas and Christmas cookies are just like my quintessential Christmas scents I like to melt. It's because I don't love tree predominant scents for Christmas time. I love like a Christmas cookie scent. As I said, Christmas cookies, a lot like Christmas trees and cream, but with a little bit of spice, really heavy on the buttercream, the cookie with tree. And then Country Christmas, tons of spice, like lots of clove, cinnamon, spiciness. And then Santa Claus is Coming to Town is your cookies and tree, but with peppermint added. I've really been feeling this one this year. I have it cut up right now to melt. I've been really liking it. And I don't love tree, if you guys haven't heard. I don't love tree plain, but it's got to be blended. And the tree is not too much in any of those because of all the bakery. And I'm loving the festive touch of peppermint with this one. Spiced acorn. The scent of nutty acorns blended with autumn spices. And this is the Myers spiced acorn dupe that they make in like cleaning spray in fall. And it is a very, very strong fall spiced feel. And it performed very well on my open concept this fall. It's definitely strong if you want one that performs in your open concept. And if you love fall spices, this is it. It's really good. Oak barrel and vanilla liquor. Look at this girl. She's back with a whole new look. I'm really liking this white look with the label with the pink. Makes her a lot more feminine looking, a little fresher looking. I have the tub from the RTS that this was originally released in, and I've been begging for this one to come back. It made it. I put it down on the polls. Finally enough other people wanted it to come back. It made it back this year. I got to melt part of my tub. I melted like half of it finally. It was really pretty. Did probably medium to like low level high in my open concept. So open concept approved. It performed well. And the RTS tub I had, the wax is a dark purple. So it was kind of like more like fall dark purple, but I like this stylistic change to the white wax. It really changes up her look. I'm loving it though. And this one is tonka bean, oak, cognac, cinnamon and pepper, sandalwood, and tobacco leaf. And it's a gorgeous, gorgeous, slightly boozy from the cognac. You definitely get all this like oak, definitely like it smells to me like the oak barrel with a little booziness from the cognac. It's really pretty, slightly body care. Slightly, but I think a lot like the actual oak barrel with some booziness, and it's an absolutely gorgeous scent in fall for sure. I think particularly I love this one in fall. I hope that everyone that tried the scent, because I was trying to hype y'all up on it, ends up loving it so much, because I really love it and I was glad I got to replenish what I melted now. Springtime in Montana. This is my first time trying this one, but I've been waiting to try it forever. It is Crisp Cotton, Lavender, White Peach, and Vanilla Balsam. So the Crisp Cotton, Lavender, White Peach, that's just this like fresh cotton laundry scent oil that a lot of vendors have. Salt and Mountain had it and people loved it from her, but it was just a single oil. A lot of vendors have that like fresh cotton linen laundry oil that is the Crisp Cotton, Lavender, and White Peach. It's very fresh, very summertime, springtime. A really nice, beautiful laundry without being too synthetic. Kind of like an airy laundry. I think that's what Salt Mountain had it marketed as, is like an air line dried laundry. But she added Vanilla Balsam to it, and honestly, that is a really great take on that laundry oil. Makes it just a little bit more earthy, just like a little bit more realistic, honestly. It really makes it feel like there's air coming from the outside, like through the trees into this laundry blend. Makes it very beautiful. I think for spring and summer, this will be particularly, it's very bright, fresh, beautiful. Midnight Snack. I've been wanting to try this one for a while. It is sweet lavender, shortbread cookies, and sugar cookies. It's definitely like the densest lavender bakery I've smelled from Tiffany. She has a lot of lavenders, but there's like lavender cream that's a little bit more creamy, you know, not just your basic lavender vanilla. It's kind of like this perfumey, beautiful ambiance vanilla. Salty lavender is like a summer lavender. There's a couple other ones. This is definitely Tiffany's Telltale Sweet Lavender. If you smell it, you know it's Tiffany's Sweet Lavender. It's pretty distinct. I actually don't know another vendor that has like this sweet lavender oil. When I smell it, I know it's hers. And it's just backed by this thick like bakery, probably from that shortbread cookies. So her most bakery centric lavender I've smelled so far. But I love her sweet lavender oil. If you don't like it, you won't like any of her lavenders, because it's always like this one. But if you love her lavender oil, you'll love all her lavenders. So next, Cozy Christmas. Love the decorations of the sparkles, the red and white on this darker green. So Christmas coated. And it is spiced mandarin, warm apple cider, cinnamon, clove buds, sweet pine cones, crisp evergreens, and spiced vanilla. This one is a heavily spiced, fruited scent meets like Christmas tree. If you smelled a Country Store by Teddy Bees, that is a heavily spiced apple peach preserve scent. And it's very, like some people would say like Michaels-esque, like of a scent, like when you walk into a home decor store and you get that spiced apple scent that you smell in the stores around the holidays. This has mandarin, apple cider, and cinnamon, but that Country Store has peach and apple with the spices. I'm getting kind of the same thing between the two. There's a citrus-esque type spice with an apple spice, very heavily with those strong spices, and just a bit of tree in the background, really more dominated by the spiced fruits. So that's very like classic Christmas scent. Land of Always Winter. This one is Fallen Snow, Balsam, Pine Needles, Hinoki Wood, Crisp Mint, and Crackling Birch. This was in an RTS before this pre-order, and I saw it, but I don't love just tree scents, as I've said, so I picked up a bunch of other RTS tubs that time, and I chose not to get this one, so I was like, let's let the people that love tree scents enjoy that one, and I'll get it if it ever comes back. So I got it in a souffle. I don't know if I'm finally like adjusting to tree scents now, because I do own a bunch of them just in smaller sizes, but the tree in this really doesn't bug me. I think it's a pretty, like, very forest-esque tree scent. Let's see if I get... Okay, there's Hinoki Wood in here, which I love a Hinoki smoke. that Tiffany uses in a lot of her blends. But I'm getting a lot of like a forest, not too green evergreen, because that's what I hate, like the green evergreen pine needle. That's the thing that's like, for me. I don't really get that. I'm getting like a beautiful woods, and I don't smell mint. That must just be in the blend, making it smell a little cold, which I do get. I get something in it making me feel like it's cold, but I don't pick up mint. I love when mint is used in that way to make something feel cold without it being really minty. And then fallen snow, I don't know if I'm getting fallen snow or if I'm getting like snow's down and now it's starting to rain on top of the snow, but I'm getting something about this that feels like there's a wet weather in these cold woods. Okay, up next I have repeats for me in Old Magic. This was my favorite RTS tub from the last RTS. This was my favorite one, Old Magic. And I loved it a lot because it reminded me a lot of Old World Apothecary, which I do love also. And to me, these scents smell pretty similar, honestly. And I love Old World Apothecary, so I had to get more, and I loved Old Magic. Favorite one from the RTS, like I said. And I think they remind me of each other because of the cypress in them, but these are kind of like my reigning scents for dark winter reading, because I read a lot of fantasy books, and these scents for reading some like epic fantasy in wintertime, just top of the list for that. They both give this super old world smell, like you're reading a fantasy book and you're in like the old, towns where there's castles and bad creatures and witchcraft. Like they're both giving that. Old World Apothecary is dark cypress, fallen leaves, charred firewood, mulled citrus, amber, fallen snow, balsam, hints of warm spice and vanilla. And maybe the name did it to me, but I do think this smells like an Old World Apothecary, like if you walked into one in one of those books. It smells very dark, deep, kind of smells like you're in one of those shops, but you're getting the smell of the dark cypress and balsam that's cold outside of the window of the shop, but you're getting like these spices and this firewood from the fire going in the shop and the spices in the shop. That's what it smells like to me. And then Old Magic, which is cypress, pine, orange, amber, velvet woods, moss, crisp foliage, autumn air, and burning leaves. To me, this smells like you just stepped out of the apothecary you were in, an Old World Apothecary, where you're smelling the cold outside trees, but you're getting like these shop fireplace and spices smell. You stepped out of that apothecary and now you're walking down the street in this old town with a castle, and people are talking about like the orc raid that happened in the town over, and they're pulling their horses down the cobblestone streets, and you're getting all this cypress and pine, the trees and the forest around you. You're getting this like fall, deep smelling moss, burning leaves, autumn air, but like deep and old. That's exactly what this one smells like to me. So they really pair together to me, and I'm crazy in love with both of them. Love those scents. Cookie Woods Cafe. This one is a brand new one. Also, it's vanilla cream cookies, cool vanilla custard, Palo Santo, damp woods, and a touch of vanilla coffee. I just got a souffle of this because I am not big into coffee scents either, and I was like, I don't know how the coffee is going to be, so I'll just start with a souffle. This one is really good though, guys. I really enjoy this. I don't particularly get really that much coffee in here at all. I wouldn't even say this is a coffee scent, so I totally could have got a bigger size and been fine. I am getting a ton of that like rich vanilla custard. It's really interesting that you can smell vanilla custard versus like a baked sugar cookie. Like you can tell it's custardy up in here. I mean, this custard with Palo Santo and woods in the background, like a really beautiful vanilla custard cookie baked good feel with a little bit of woods in the background. I guess just a touch of vanilla coffee, but I don't even really get that. I'm really getting like maybe This is just a bakery in a small wooded town. You kind of get the woods around you. It's not deep, cold, dark winter. It's like a spring morning in the woods around you, and you're visiting this beautiful cafe that makes the best vanilla baked goods. That's what this one seems like to me. Next, a walk in the snow. This one will do, followed by Sleigh Ride, because they were the two like mint new scents from this pre-order. And I got a souffle of each because I didn't know which one would be the mint I wanted. I was like, I'll get more of the one I choose as my favorite, because I don't love a strong mint either. Christmas is not my time, you guys, because I don't love tree, I don't love mint, I don't love coffee, I don't love cranberry. So usually my Christmas pre-orders are way smaller compared to my fall pre-orders, which was true for all vendors except for Teddy Bees, because I just go crazy with her every time. But since I'm a little afraid of mint, I was like, I gotta see what the mint situation is in these. Now this one, a walk in the snow, is fallen snow, toasted marshmallows, peppermint with a hint of pine. And this is my least favorite one. I like Sleigh Ride better because this is kind of what I thought of when I was afraid of what the mint would smell like. It's pretty, like, you can tell there's peppermint in this, and it's like a peppermint and tree scent, like lots of peppermint with some pine in the background. Not lots of peppermint like crushed candy cane, like that's the next level, but a nice peppermint with pine in the background, which to me personally is just meh, because I don't really love peppermint. Now, Sleigh Ride is definitely the winner of these two for me, and this is definitely intriguing to me and what I was looking for. This one is a Vanilla Snowflake, which is the Bath & Body Works dupe. It's this beautiful vanilla scent, technically with a hint of mint and coconut. Vanilla Balsam, candy canes, and crisp vanilla mint. Now for this listing, candy canes and crisp vanilla mint, I'm not getting too much mint. I'm not smelling this and thinking peppermint. I'm not smelling this and thinking mint. I can tell mint's in there, but to me, I can tell why she named it Sleigh Ride, because to me, it smells like you're smelling like cold air. Like maybe, you know, Santa's next to his sleigh, they're about to take off and you're smelling the cold air. It smells like a very, very pretty. You definitely get vanilla in there from the Vanilla Snowflake, the Vanilla Balsam, a little bit of tree from the Vanilla Balsam. But it's like you're standing outside on the snow, there's trees over there, okay, and then you're just smelling like this beautiful cold outside air. That's what it smells like to me, and I love that like airiness, lightness of the scent. Now I have 2 forget-me-nots in this box, and then we're done with this box. So then I suspect the other box is probably more forget-me-nots and all of the tubs I got. So first for forget-me-nots is Pumpkin Woods. And this is pumpkin spice, sandalwood, patchouli, tobacco, Palo Santo, and winter woods. Love the scent. Just melted a souffle of this past fall. Performed great in my open concept, which I'm so glad about. Once I melted that souffle, I was like so glad I got this because I want more. A beautiful, deep, warm tobacco wooded pumpkin. I really classify these type of scents as like a wooded pumpkin. A lot of times with patchouli, with tobacco, really makes them like this deep, warm, wooded pumpkin. I really put this in the same family as like Pumpkin Maze by Sassy Girl Aroma 2. They're very similar, but not quite the same, but love that scent. And then Warm and Toasty. This is a repeat for me as well. And it's toasted pumpkins, a dash of spice, warm embers, toasted marshmallow, and a hint of mahogany vanilla. And this is also a beautiful woody scent with more like just pumpkin spice added. Could be in that wooded pumpkin genre, but I love mahogany scents, like that warm, deep wood. Just smells so good, that warm, deep wood. And this, you get that warm, deep wood. It's not your freaking mahogany teak wood from Bath & Body Works that smells like cologne. It's not. It's this beautiful, warm, dark wood, the mahogany. And you get it with like this dash of like pumpkin spice in there, keeping it festive for fall time, but really gorgeous and warm and wooded.
Okay, you guys, here you can see I'm just putting away that first box, getting ready to pull out the second one. But I wanted to say, if you don't see a lot of the ones that were new to this pre-order, like Cozy Winter Vanilla, Cashmere Pines, Fog Hollow plus Marshmallow Woods, all of those type ones in this video, it's because I already got those in the last RTS, and you can find that RTS video in my playlists under Teddy Bees, or if I can, I will link it in the video description.
Okay guys, I just cut into the bigger box now. There are 4 forget-me-nots left and then all of my tubs. First up, we have a Viking Yule, and I wanted to try this one because it's Mahogany Balsam Bath & Body Works type with a hint of Palo Santo, and I love mahogany, so I wanted to try this one, but this is Mahogany Balsam, not Mahogany Vanilla, and I'm not getting too much of my warm, beautiful woods or like wood scent. This one really is smelling masculine to me, almost kind of leaning like towards like a Bath & Body Works masculine body care scent almost, weirdly. Even though it's just like tree notes, I think it's just because it is something that I would smell in masculine body care. So pretty masculine, tree-esque. I don't know, it's not my favorite, but it's okay. Christmas and Baja, I've heard a lot about this one. It's Blue Winter Sky, which I actually have no idea what that is. Baja Cactus Blossom and Shaving Cream. This one's really interesting. I like that it's Christmas in Baja. I get it. It's not a Christmas scent. I mean, make it Christmas, but it's not. Baja Cactus Blossom is this almost tropical-esque plant, kind of more like floral scent, but it's not like floral, like headache-inducing perfume. It's like a tropical floral. I'm definitely getting that predominantly in here. I don't know what Blue Winter Sky is, but to me it smells like, you know, big bright blue skies, warm weather, tropical floral-esque, like fresh air thing going on. I don't really get shaving cream that much in here, but if anything, the shaving cream is probably dampening it down, so it's not so like fruity, tropical, summertime. It's like a calm, tropical, bright blue skies day type of scent. And Cinnamon Toast. I'll be really interested to see how this one warms. It's brown sugar, cinnamon, buttery pastry dough, and vanilla buttercream. You definitely get the cinnamon sugar scent that you like put on cinnamon sugar toast. You know, when you make it, you put like cinnamon sugar on top of it. You definitely get that type of scent, but I'm not getting like bread. Like I'm not getting a yeasty or wheaty bread. I'm just getting some type of bakery, buttery bakery. I guess it says buttery pastry dough, so that makes sense. So that cinnamon sugar topping with some buttery bakery something in there. So I'll be interested to see like if that buttery pastry note really blooms on warm, or if the cinnamon sugar stays pretty dominant. Not red hot cinnamon at all, by the way. Just cinnamon sugar like you put on your cinnamon sugar toast. And Cabin in the Woods. This one's a repurchase for me. This one also is in my top scents for reading in the wintertime scents. I'm in love with this blend. Love it. It is fir needles, smoked woods, marshmallow fireside, cedarwood, sandalwood, and minty snow. And this one is a smoky blend, you guys. I love smoky, and you have to love smoky to enjoy this scent. It is, you're in an old wood cabin in the middle of the cold, dark forest. It's dark out, and there's a really rudimentary fireplace in your cabin. It's kind of small and smoky in your cabin. You're getting a lot of that really like burned smokiness coming out of the chimney of the cabin and the cold air around you. Like dark night woods, smoky chimney smoke, really old rustic cabin feels, and I think that smells pretty cozy. I mean, I love it. So I feel like you would have to not be sensitive to smoky scents, but if you're into that vibe, like it's amazing. Okay guys, this is probably my most anticipated from this whole pre-order, honestly. and it is the coziest marshmallow woods, which is cozy cookie cake, warm iced cake, beach treats, marshmallow fireside, and signature sugar cookie, plus marshmallow woods, which is Tiffany's commodity milk type. It's this beautiful lactonic spiced wood scent, and Palo Santo. This one is stunning, you guys. This was probably my most anticipated of the whole pre-order, and it does not disappoint. This is gorgeous. Literally from the Cozy Cookie Cake, already a super popular blend of hers. You get all this, you know, sweet, warm, cozy bakery, and then somehow that marshmallow woods just comes in there and wraps this in the most cozy hug there is. Like, it melds in with that Cozy Cookie Cake in a way I didn't even know was possible. Like, truly, it melts in just with it perfectly. A little hint of Palo Santo, making me get a little bit of woodsiness. So you're getting this super sweet, amazing bakery wrapped in this warm hug of something I can only explain as coziness and woods. Absolutely gorgeous, you guys. Honestly, stunning. Pretty and poetic. It is the Fleur Strawberry Letter Dupe with the Sol de Janeiro Delicia Drench Dupe mixed together. It's fresh strawberry, apple blossom, cassis leaf. That is the Strawberry Letter Fleur Dupe with vanilla orchid, sugared violet, sandalwood, marshmallow clouds, and vanilla birch. Oh, and that is the Delicia Drench Dupe, and then she added vanilla birch. Honestly, the name is so fitting, you guys, on this one. Pretty and poetic. Love the font. I think this will just be gorgeous in spring, like right as cold weather is just starting to warm up. It's very light, pretty, feminine, body care-esque. The birch kind of grounds it a little bit. I'm really getting the strawberry, apple blossom, cassis leaf. It doesn't smell like strawberry, like any of the strawberry oils we know and are familiar with, because it's not any of those oils. It's the Strawberry Letter Fleur Dupe. It's really this realistic strawberry on the vine, fresh spring air type of vibe that I'm picking up the most in here. I think the Delicia Drench is a bit in the background, and then, oh, I see, and she added marshmallow clouds and vanilla birch. I do get the vanilla birch in here. Just this beautiful, light, fresh aired, feminine scent. Really, really pretty. As I said, I think right as winter is going to spring, that will just be the most gorgeous house scent ever. Luxe Winter Woods, white oak, vanilla cashmere, velveter, softwoods, warm bourbon vanilla, and cottonwood. This is a gorgeous scent, you guys. I totally get why it's called Luxe Vanilla Woods. To me, this smells clean and fresh, not in a laundry way at all. Just there's not anything bogging it down. There's no smokiness. There's not a whole lot of depth. The warm bourbon, the velveter, like kind of bring in this little edge of just warmth, just this little peak of warmth in the scent, where the oak and the cottonwood are both cleaner scented trees versus cedar, which is a warm wood. Birch tends to be a colder wood. Pine and evergreen are colder woods. Oak and cotton really, like, they can be turned, I think, into like spring warmer woods, but in this blend they just are kind of standing on their own as a neutral woods. The cashmere just makes it a little cozy. Bourbon vanilla just warming it a tad. I really find this like a neutral scent, almost in a way that guests would love this scent. You know, if you have guests coming over, I think this smells exactly like what those people, which I'm obviously not because my house is full of clutter, what those people where they have their lives super together and they wear like white clothing and their whole house is white and there's no clutter everywhere, and they just have like a white couch and clean floors and clean cabinets, and they're all put together. I feel like this is the type of scent they would melt in their house in wintertime. Just warm enough, clean, neutral, like just like that. And cashmere fig plus vanilla suede. It is the Fleur Father Figure dupe, which is fig, cassis, water lily, sandalwood, vanilla, and then sheer patchouli, I'm not sure, but then that Fleur Father Figure dupe with cashmere cream, tonka bean, and a hint of vanilla suede. Now this is this Fleur Father Figure dupe who we've been seeing around the wax world lately, but she really took it and she freaking upscaled it. She just upscaled it. It's high class. It's a classy home scent now by adding that vanilla suede. I can tell Fleur Father Figure's in it. Fleur Father Figure is a very neutral, unisex scent, but she almost even calmed it down with this cashmere cream and vanilla suede. The vanilla suede, taking it from body care really more into a home scent, I think. This one in Luxe Winter Woods, I both feel the same about. Like would be melted in the home of someone who has a clean white couch, white clothes, like upscale home, like $1 million home type scent. Honestly, really classy. I Heart Vanilla Earl Grey Tea. It's a I Heart Vanilla blend with Earl Grey tea. We talked about this one already in the souffles, but here's the tub. It's pretty gorgeous. Very beautiful body care-esque Earl Grey tea scent. Tiff's favorite birthday cake plus milk cookies and zucchini bread. It's Tiff's favorite birthday cake, which is Tiff's favorite lavender blended with white cake and buttercream, layered with our milk cookies blended with zucchini bread. Here's the milk cookies and zucchini bread layer down here. Gorgeous layered tub. And I got 2 of these bad boys because I've been trying to get this one back for years. And I think her chance of making layered scents is lower nowadays because a lot of the scents that were 3 layers, she's having to compact. These double layer ones, she's only offering in tubs or loaves. Seems to be getting harder to get the layered scents. So I was like, I doubt this will come back very soon. I want to stock up on it now. So I got my 2 tubs and I'm happy with that, which is why I'm telling you that, because I won't pick up more in the RTS. I'm very happy with my 2 tubs, but I definitely wanted to stock up on it. I actually have Tiff's favorite birthday cake. I had it in a tub. I melted half of it this summer. I still have half a tub of it left and I loved that scent. I would take Tiff's favorite birthday cake alone again. It performed really well, so surprisingly. It performed great in my open concept. Tiff's beautiful lavender with the white cake and buttercream made this really beautiful, literally like you had a lavender buttercream cake. Performed great, smelled amazing, and I'm excited to see how that will smell with milk and cookies and zucchini bread. I feel like zucchini bread, Tiffany doesn't do very often. Very, very, very rarely does she do zucchini bread. And I think a lavender, like caked up bakery, like a little heavier, thicker bakery with some lavender is gonna be chef's kiss. Obsidian, dark plums, baked figs, spiced black tea, cinnamon, warm embers, chestnuts, clove, balsam, and vanilla cashmere. So that's by the fireplace type there at the end with the embers, chestnuts, clove, balsam. I know the chestnuts and clove embers combo is the by the fireplace. By the fireplace is a beautiful, warm, cozy perfume scent dupe. There she is. I really debated getting this in a souffle or a tub, but what sold me to a tub was the black tea note in this. I'm a tea sucker and I didn't want to miss out. Spilling it now, I do think I probably could have got a souffle. Not that it's not beautiful, it's just I have a lot of by the fireplace type blends from Tiffany even, nevertheless other vendors. And I have a lot of dark plum, fig, you know, blends from Tiffany as evidenced by Battle of the Femme Fatales. I'm not getting too much of the black tea in here. I'm getting that warm by the fireplace with dark plum and fig. It's a very like deep, pitted fruit, sensual, warm blend. Right in that category. I'd probably put this in Battle of the Femme Fatales if I did it again today, because you really get that deep pitted fruit with that beautiful warm by the fireplace, warm, gorgeous, but I just have too much of those scents in my collection already, but it is really pretty. Hyde, blackberry compote, Earl Grey tea leaves, tobacco vanille, warm cinnamon, clove, and campfire smoke. This one is somebody's scent creation, and I don't know whose though. So if this was your scent creation or you know whose scent creation, comment it below because they are genius. This one is a really good blend. I'm a sucker for Earl Grey tea scent, so I knew I'd love this. You get the Earl Grey tea, you get the tobacco vanille, this warmth, this depth from the Earl Grey tea, the tobacco vanille, really getting this warm depth. The blackberry compote comes in there just right. I love a blackberry scent, very popular with me, blackberry scents, and just some nice like spiced campfire smoke in the background. A very good warm blackberry scent, perfect for like fall and winter. I think it'll be gorgeous. Well, I guess I got another I Heart Earl Grey tea tub. So I have 2 tubs and 2 souffles. Looking back on it now, smelling it, I don't think I needed quite that much. It's pretty, but it's not like, honestly, I would have even preferred Earl Grey tea plain because it's a little body care-esque for me, but that's okay. Vanilla Balsam plus the Perfect Holiday. It is your Perfect Holiday Bath & Body Works type, fresh cut pine, cinnamon sugar, and toasted marshmallow layered with your Vanilla Balsam, also Bath & Body Works type. Balsam for frosted vanilla and snow-capped pine needles. You can see the layer there. Pretty layered tub. So I've had 2 souffles of this previously. Pretty surprising for me because I'm not huge into tree scents, and I'd say this is pretty tree forward. I did get 1 cracked tub in this entire order, which was this one. And luckily I wasn't too butthurt on it because I have had this scent so much before. If it was one of the new scents, I probably would have tried because I hate that. But yeah, this one's pretty tree forward. I have it cut to melt right now, my last souffle of it for Christmas time. You get that vanilla balsam, but it is cushioned by the vanilla, but then you also get the pine from the Perfect Holiday. So the balsam and the pine together, it's pretty wooded, like tree scent forward. You just get this kiss of vanilla and cinnamon in there with it. The Haunted Christmas Tree. This is Christmas Trees and Cream, which is fresh pine boughs, vanilla sugar waffle cone, and rich vanilla buttercream with vanilla pumpkin marshmallows. So it is the Haunted Christmas Tree, but that is Christmas Trees and Cream with vanilla pumpkin marshmallows. Love the styling here with this tub. It's pretty. It is all of the Christmas trees and cream blends I've ever had, and I've had the one with apple cider, the lavender one, now this one. They're all to me 85% Christmas trees and cream. Maybe that's just to me, like that DNA sticks out to me very strongly. And then the other 15% or whatever is what's added. So it's a slight change, but not much. Like, I probably don't need a tub in all of them, even though I do have that now. I probably could have gone with this souffle because it's 85% the same DNA. It's just, you can smell that Christmas trees and cream and they're so strong. You just get like maybe a hint of vanilla marshmallows. Like, I don't know. I just smell a lot of Christmas trees and cream. So now I have a tub of Christmas trees and cream, a tub of Christmas trees and cream and lavender, and a tub of this. It's honestly like having 3 tubs of Christmas trees and cream with slight nuance differences. So thank gosh I didn't get more Christmas trees and cream because I sure have enough of it now. But it's nice. Nocturne Noel. It is spiced pine resin, cedarwood, frankincense and myrrh, rich vanilla bean, and burning embers. Now this is a very smoky, resinous wood, you know, like very deep, dark wood, resinous, smoky. You get the warmth from the frankincense and myrrh. I happen to really like frankincense and myrrh. It's this like technically incense-like scent, but it's like this warm scent. I think to some people it can come off a little old school almost, the frankincense and myrrh scent. But I really enjoy it. I actually just smelled this scent and Cabin in the Woods side by side because it reminded me of Cabin in the Woods heavily. They are both very smoky, charred wood scents. To me, Cabin in the Woods is just a tad greener actually, because it does have the fir needles in it, where this doesn't. This is a little bit more musky almost from the frankincense and myrrh, but very similar scents. I love Cabin in the Woods, as I said, so I'm glad to have it. Really nice, smoky, dark, beautiful, like woods scent for winter. Spiced pumpkin and caramelized bananas. Creamy pumpkin, brown sugar, pumpkin pie spice, caramelized bananas, creme brulee, charred sugar with a hint of spiced woods. This one is giving me delicious pumpkin banana bakery, almost like pumpkin banana bread, but not so much a yeasty dense bread, but very similar. So kind of like a pumpkin banana creme brulee. Like I totally get that from this. The banana in here is beautiful. It is not your Laffy Taffy banana. It is kind of like banana bread banana. It smells like a real banana in a baked good. Like I said, very similar to pumpkin banana bread if it would smell like that, but a little more creme brulee-esque. Really pretty bakery scent. Love that. And I think the banana and the pumpkin pulled through enough. We might have hope of this working in the open concept. We'll see. Milk, cookies, plus Christmas trees, plus marshmallow woods. It's creamy vanilla, powdered sugar, sweet milk, buttery cookie dough, plus the commodity milk, spiced woods lactonic scent, and the scent of Christmas firs. This one has a lot of words: milk, cookies, Christmas trees, marshmallow woods. All of that to say, this is giving me the coated Christmas cookies scent blend. The blend we had in the souffle DNA smells to me just like Christmas cookies. So like, I don't think you need Christmas cookies and this one. It's kind of doing the same thing where it's 85% Christmas cookies DNA. And then the marshmallow woods is in there. Technically, I mean, maybe I'm really getting a lot of Christmas cookies DNA. And I already have 2 souffles of Christmas cookies, so now I just have a lot of Christmas cookies. I mean, I love Christmas cookies, but I don't think it's that different. I can't really smell the commodity milk in here very much right now. Maybe it'll come out more with age, but yeah, really Christmas cookies coated. Edge of November, glazed plums, orange peel, spiced butter, hint of coconut, cardamom, milk, vanilla bean, toasted walnut, cinnamon bark, roasted espresso, and amber resin. So I smelled this one earlier and I had to come back to it because I kept sniffing it, trying to figure out what I smell in this blend. This is the most unique blend in this whole pre-order for sure, because I can't quite figure out what is going on with it. I like it though, but I don't love it. But when I got this, I didn't think it would be a coffee scent. You know, she has espresso in a bunch of blends where it just adds warmth and you don't get any coffee from those at all. I thought it was going to be like that, but to me this is a coffee scent. I'm distinctly getting espresso in this pretty strongly. I don't love coffee scents or espresso scents, so if I knew it was going to smell like coffee, would not have got a tub. Definitely getting espresso in here, and espresso comes off a little bitter to me, so it's hard for just me personally to like catch the nuances in coffee scents because I'm so caught off by that bitter scent. So I think I'm having a hard time smelling some of the other stuff going on in here because I'm catching that espresso, which I did not expect at all. I can tell there's some other spices going on in here, really unique spices, cardamom, cinnamon bark, walnut. Don't get plum, might get a little bit of orange peel. Ow. Definitely getting some fall type vibe going on here, but I'd say this is the most coffee smelling scent out of the whole lot, so that's really interesting. So I did get 4 samples to finish this off here, but one's Old Magic, we talked about that. One's Spiced Pumpkin and Caramelized Bananas, we talked about that. We have Pumpkin Woods, we talked about that. The only one that is new to me, not in this order, is Crushed Candy Cane Sugar Cookies. And I did not get this because I don't love peppermint or candy canes, but let's sniff. Yeah, it comes off like a really traditional peppermint sugar cookie. I just got a buttermint sugar cookie blend from Swanky. Smells the exact same to me, honestly. Just traditional peppermint cookie. If you love mint, you'll like it. Well, guys, that is the haul. I really love a lot of these scents. Some of them aren't quite what I expected. Some are. I love the new scents, always going after the new scents that Tiffany has. A ton of Christmas goodness in this pre-order for sure. A lot of great winter reading scents. Every time I get a Teddy Bees pre-order, it's just like Christmas in my house. I think fall is definitely my favorite. This pre-order is always my least favorite, I'm just honestly, because Christmas scents aren't really my thing, but I loved a lot of these here, so I'm happy with that. Happy to restock some favorites in the souffles I've had before too. Let me know which of the scents from your Teddy Bees pre-order is your favorite that was new to you this time in the comments. If you love Teddy Bees videos, you can find a bunch in my playlist under Teddy Bees Battle, under collections, and make sure to subscribe. See you guys next time. We'll hang out again. Bye.